Went in instantly when received and a lot faster. Great buy. Works like a dream, I have no complaints at all. This thing has handled everything I have thrown at it so far. 3 years ago, I built a system with an Intel i7-7700K. Last month, I replaced that Intel with an AMD Ryzen 3800X, which advertised at 4.5 GHz speed, but typically delivered about 4.2 for single-core loads and 4.0 for all-core. That isn't unusual for Ryzen CPUs, where you're up to speed and your actual speed will vary by 200 to 300 MHz. The single-core speed just wasn't enough of an improvement over my old Intel. It also isn't worth my time, or yours, trying to mess with overclock settings when the chip is pretty well optimized out of the box. Enter the new XT processors. I could have swapped up to the 3800 XT, which would have given me the speed bump I wanted, but would have cost $70 more for just that extra megahertz. The 3900 XT here was $170 more, but delivered 50% more cores as well as the same low load speed of the lesser XT chip. It's the better value, and likely the more future-proof solution as well, as more software is written to take advantage of high core counts. So what does this 3900 XT do? It does indeed hit the 4.7 GHz advertised speed on 2 cores, 4766 MHz to be exact. It will do this while you're browsing the web or otherwise not doing much. Low to medium use cases, e.g., games, will see the chip turbo up to 4.2 to 4.5 GHz. The heaviest loads will see a boost to 4.0 to 4.2 GHz. The exact number depends on the specific kind of program being run. In general, it's a 5 to 10% improvement over the 3800X. Your exact chip will vary a bit from these figures, likely less than 100 MHz. It might also depend on your cooling setup. I stuck my 3900 XT into a ITX box and a compact heatsink, pictured more robust cooling and a more aggressive PBO. A built-in overclocking function could probably net you slightly better performance. Again, on the order of 100 to 150 MHz. So you could, potentially, see 4.7 plus top speeds and 4.6 in-game turbos. However, AMD doesn't leave performance hanging out there. The main thing to consider is why this over the 3900X, Note E, which can be had for $70 to $100 less. In my case, I was choosing the better binning, the better chance of hitting higher low thread clocks, and, preferably, lower heat. In short, I wanted a sure bet. The 3900 XT delivers. This chip, unless you're hitting all 12 cores with 24 threads, actually runs as cool or cooler than my 3800X. So if you're looking for a lot of GHz and a lot of cores, and money isn't really an object, get this. There will be something new around the corner, there always is, and at that point, maybe you should get that instead. Right here, right now, there isn't a lot that's better. This is the most powerful CPU I have ever used and it holds an incredible value. Scores over 2,000 in Cinebench R15 with stock cooler and without doing any manual overclocking. What the heck was that, your new PC? It's gone to plaid. On a serious note, I highly recommend water cooling this CPU and using liquid metal thermal conductor. It even suggests you water cool on the box. Don't even think about air cooling if you are putting this in a mini ITX build. Consider undervolting a smidge if thermals are a concern. This is a beast for gaming, but really flies if you are creating a workstation for 4K and up video editing or any multi-threading apps. If you are building from scratch or upgrading from a 5 or 7 series Ryzen to a 9, the XT is the place to be. Click link in description for more reviews.